see the three newest faces of the Golden State Warriors. And let me introduce everyone up here. Of course, to my far left is Golden State Warriors assistant GM Mike Dunleavy. 2 days from today will be the 20th anniversary of him being drafted 3rd overall by Golden State back in 2002. Of course, to his right is Ryan Rollins, 2nd-round draft pick, taken 44th overall. Warriors moved up 7 spots to get him at 44. In the middle, we have Patrick Baldwin Jr., who is taken out of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, the number 28 overall pick. And to my left is Gui Santos out of Brazil, taken with the number 55 overall pick. I'd like to introduce some members of, some family members of both Patrick and Ryan. So to my left in the front row, we have his parents, Sean and Patrick Sr., and his sisters, Tatum, Brooke, and Claire. And then to my right, we have Ryan's parents, Tony and Chris, his brother, Chris, and his agent, Mike Silverman. I'd like to also welcome everyone listening to this press conference on 95.7 The Game, the Warriors' flagship radio station. And so how this is going to go is I'm going to give each of these players and Mike a question, then we will open it up to questions from the media. We'll also have a photo op after that, and then after the photo op, where you can take pictures of the players with their new jersey numbers, then we can break down into group interviews. So first things first, I'll start with you, Mike, and it's been quite a last 8 days or so. Last Thursday, you win a championship, you host a parade on Monday, and then 3 days after that, you draft 3 players for your 2022-23 season and beyond. Obviously, you have scouts who work on the draft year-round and stuff, but what has this last week been like for you, winning a championship and getting ready for a draft?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. No doubt it's been an exciting week, and I think you learn the page turns pretty quick. So we've gone from the parade to the draft in just 3 days, and we're fortunate to come out of it today with 3 quality players we're really excited about that we can add to our young core, and we're excited to have them out here.
Ryan, let's move on to you because I know you're a player who I've read some interviews from you in the past. You're a big fan of a player like C.J. McCollum, another guard who came from a mid-major conference like yourself coming out of Toledo. Just curious, you know, obviously the Warriors have had success with a guy like Stephen Curry who came from a mid-major school as well. How much do players like those guys motivate you, and what have you kind of taken from their games as you have now become an NBA player yourself?
They motivate me a lot. You know, it just shows, you know, they kind of pave a way for guys like me, you know, just mid-major guys that don't get highly recruited, don't get the most televised games and whatnot. But, you know, it's for sure exciting. I'm glad to be in this position, and I'm ready to prove something.
Now, Patrick, I read that you attended your first basketball game at 8 days old when your dad was an assistant at Green Bay. And then when you were in the 2nd grade, your dad hired you to be a water boy for the team so you could be around the team. And, you know, basketball's been in your blood. Athletics are in your blood. Your mother was a great middle blocker at Northwestern. Go UNU. Medill class of 2011 over here. So I just take it that you figured that basketball was going to be your life basically from day one, or not?
Yeah, so from one day I was born, basketball was put in my hands, and I've had great people in my corner, and I've had great coaches to learn from Doug Collins to Coach Collins to, you know, my father, to all the coaches that my dad has coached with. Just taking little bits and pieces from everybody that I've been with along the way, and, you know, it's really built me into the person and basketball player that I am today.
Gui, bem-vindo a São Francisco. I read that it was your birthday 2 days ago. You just turned 20, so feliz o dia de nascimento. What'd you do to celebrate your birthday?
Oh, to celebrate my birthday, I just stay at home with my friends. I was in Florida with my agents, and I was really, really anxious waiting for the draft, but it was a good experience. Like, past my birthday here, and with special persons that changed my life.
Well, congratulations to all 3 of you guys for becoming the newest members of the Golden State Warriors. And now we'd like to open it up to questions. We have Mike over to my right and Cole to my left, who are going to be passing around mics. Just go ahead, raise your hand, and we'll get a mic over to you.
How would you 3 guys just describe what it was like to hear your name and to be drafted to the reigning NBA champs?
Yeah, I can go. I mean, First of all, it was surreal. I mean, I didn't believe it at first, and I think a lot of people have that same reaction. But, you know, immediately I knew I was coming into a culture, and I'm stepping into a winning culture. And I just knew from, you know, that day forward, I've got to put my best foot forward. And I'm just excited to be in this organization, and, you know, I just want to continue to win.
Yeah, like you said, I was very excited, you know, just hearing my name called. It was almost like a feeling of relief, you know, just all the hard work that you put in all over the years of just getting to this position in life. It was amazing for sure. It was surreal.
For me, it's a pleasure to be here, be a Warriors too. And when I hear my names being called, was like a dream come true, because one guy for another country from Brazil, be here in U.S. and run for your dream. That's amazing. Was a great experience for me.
Hi, I'm Jason Dumas with Crown Forest Sports. Patrick, I read an article you were quoted in, I think it was back in February. You're just kind of talking about your basketball inspirations and what kind of drives you. And you mentioned Draymond Green and his leadership. I guess, did you have any conversations with him since you've been drafted, or even during the pre-draft process? And how does it feel now to be a teammate of his?
Yeah, I haven't had any conversations with him yet. I'm excited to get a chance to talk to him, but I mean, just being able to take the court alongside in the practice facility with, you know, some of the legends of the game and some of the guys that you've really grown up watching, idolize. I mean, it's a surreal moment. I mean, like that article stated, you know, Draymond's a great point of inspiration for me, and you know, I like to take a lot of bits and pieces from other players, and I'm really excited to, you know, see what he has to say and little nuggets that I can pick up from him.
Any other questions? Looks like Mike's getting past. Shayna?
Another for Patrick. Something that Bob said is that watching you sort of play, he noticed that you are the son of a player. How would you describe what it was like growing up in sort of a basketball family, and how that's impacted your game?
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, it was really the best household that I could have ever asked for. I mean, you're sitting right behind my parents, and I mean, through every step of the way, they've helped me with basketball, they helped me with life, and I mean, just as a basketball player, it definitely gives me a little bit of a step up at a younger age. But you know, now I'm stepping into a position where the playing field is even, and I've got to seek out information for myself. But I'm very fortunate to have those guys in my corner for my whole life, and I mean, they've shaped me to be the person and player that I am today.
Hey Ryan, I'm just wondering, you know, you're a point guard who has a 6'10" wingspan. Obviously, your length really stands out. Are there any point guards that really have inspired you in the past for your game style as well?
Yeah, a little bit. You over there too, Sean Livingston. You know, he a long, big guard. So, you know, he was one of the guys in the mid-range area too, is where I like to operate a little bit. So, he was one of the guys. You know, like I said, C.J. McCollum was another one. Jordan Poole, he was another guy that I see similarities a little bit, so just guys like that for sure.
RC Davis, Warriors Radio. This question is for Mike. Obviously, the draft is about need as well as best player available. Can you kind of speak on each of these guys as what they jumped off the page for you guys?
Yeah, sure. I think starting with Patrick, we've had a long line of success with guys from Milwaukee, so that was tempting, but his overall size, length, and skill set to be able to shoot the ball, handle it, pass, we identified that. We felt good about it. We felt we were getting tremendous value at the 28th pick, so we're excited to have him. With Ryan, we've had Ryan in for a workout. We've watched him over the year at Toledo. We just felt like he's a dynamic guard that can play both ends of the floor, and our scouts, everybody really liked him. And he's a guy who's probably played the farthest away. We had to go long and far to find him, but Leandro Barbosa, one of the guys on our staff, actually played with him a few years back, so he's been on our radar. And all these guys present versatility. They play on both ends of the floor, and we think they can all shoot the ball. So good fits on and off the court for us, and guys we're excited to add to our culture.
This question's for Patrick. Is it true that when it came to decision day for college, you actually texted your dad coach that you were going to go play for him?
Yeah, so I believe the story goes I was in school, and it was kind of an epiphany moment. Like, I was thinking about it a lot over that month, and I was in school, probably not studying for a test or not paying attention, just I was in the clouds that day. And just out of the blue, texted my dad. I said, I want to go. I want to play for you. And at first, he didn't believe it, so I had to confirm it when he came home. But yeah, that was really just a split-second decision in the moment, and I have no regrets with it.